Hi guys, welcome back on the channel. On today's video we're going to talk a little bit about terrain. Terrain is an item that is neglected from many wargamers, although there are some channels that produce and fabricate amazing terrain. And if you really think about it, it really enhances the table, it really enhances the beauty of your game. It's really bad sometimes when you see I wouldn't say bad, but say it's a shame when you see amazingly painted armies on a very, very generic and battlefield or mediocre terrain. But sometimes you see armies who not necessarily painted professionally, but they're in a terrain that really enhances the battle, and it really blends in even a mediocre, or I don't know if there is a word of mediocre painted, but an army that was not painted in such a detail. So I think terrain is very important, something that I'm neglecting as well. Obviously here in the Middle East I don't have a lot of terrain, or my best terrain, or even I cannot produce, but there's some things that you can use except standard terrain that you can purchase, simple stuff that you can make decent things that from a wargaming level, eye level, it won't look that bad. So let's have a look here what we have. So obviously here we have the church that I purchased. I usually use for my armies, for my terrain 28mm, I use 15mm buildings. I don't know why I like it, although look, you can see very obviously that the scale is totally not correct, but I don't know why I like them. I think I want them to be like indicative. I don't want them to have these huge buildings that are within scale. So all my buildings, let's go here and see some other ones. That these are purchased. This is wooden, and the other ones are from resin. So these one as well are 15mm size. I don't think it is so much bothersome. I don't think that is it bothers me at all. From a high level you can see them, it doesn't really bother you. These are all purchased. I don't remember from where, a long time ago, but they give a nice, I think they improve the battlefield as part of their quality. And I painted all these obviously, but they came as resin, but obviously you have the background. It's very easy to paint buildings. So buildings for me are very important regarding quality during your battlefield. Now here we go to the bridge. Again, this bridge is 15mm, but you can see that it can be easily portrayed as a small bridge for 28mm. The 28s can fit even a 40x40 base from my Claymore armies. It looks really nice. You're crossing the river. Another thing that's purchased. I think rivers always are very nice to be part of the battlefield. It gives strategic options. It gives a lot of fun, defending the banks or trying to cross from a bridge and having a bottleneck, your opponents blocking you. Again, I think bridges and rivers are very important on the battlefield. They look really, really nice, and obviously, as I said, give you some extra challenges. So this is purchased as well. So altogether, they look quite good. So let's go and see a couple of more terrain pieces. Here, obviously, the good old Warhammer trees. They're not the most beautiful trees in the world. I've seen trees that look like real-life counterparts, but you want to basically to show where the forests are, where it's difficult ground. So I think they do their work. They may not be the best, but I think they do their work. They're decent. They have a little bit different colors and different sizes. So I don't think that's. I think they work quite well. Now here, what I'm proud of, and obviously the terrain is not perfect, are these little things. I remember you've seen these things in my battle reports, 100 Years War, like hedges, like small walls. This is basically, doormats that I cut, and I found here in the Middle East some stones, and I glued them in. That's basically it. From above, from a better position, and we're going to see before we close this video, finish this video, they look decent, they're fine. They do their job, they do their work, and actually the ruggedness also It's very realistic in a way because, you know, in a small medieval village you wouldn't have a perfect small wall or a perfect hedged wall or something like this. I think they work quite well. The same here, I did the same thing, but it doesn't bother me. Being an architect, I am very specific in this, and I have good terrain back home, but it doesn't bother me. So a combination of purchased terrain that is of a higher quality and some bits and pieces that you can do, again, I think it works really well. Now, these hedges are basically false grass that I found somewhere. I bought them, I cut them. They look really realistic, in my opinion. And they're perfect for hedges. They have this untidiness of untidy look in them. Let's say wild, and they work perfectly. You've seen many battle reports, especially here the ones in the Middle East. I'm using them, and I think they're fantastic. I just bought them and cut them. Nothing more. I think they look really well. I mean, if you put a miniature here, I really think they look perfect. They look really, really, really good. Another thing I want to show you is obviously you have this typical hill, but I want more to focus on this here. Now, these are some old cards that I used to have. They were broken. I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. So very easily you can use old stuff to portray, barricades, broken, difficult ground to cross, support. It's really, because it was actually used at a point and now it's a mess, I think it looks really, really realistic. So in front of the river here, you can use it very easily as a barricade, as the defenders destroyed their carts and they basically they defended behind carts, something very common during the medieval period. Now, another thing I want to show you that I'm focusing recently, and I think it works really well, is paper terrain. So I want to show you this paper terrain. How beautiful does it look? This is paper. Actually, this is from Wargames Foundry, Wargames Vault. I purchased them, I think, £1 or less, 50p. There are hundreds of different types of tents and different types of actually buildings and carts and everything you need. I printed them and I basically created them in a normal paper. So you can imagine if you print them on a hardback that is suggested by the designers, by the people who created them, how much better they will look. But look how realistic they look, how nice, and this is paper. There's so many options in Wargames Vault. And here I have this palisade from is this not from miniatures? I think it was from my old soldiers I have to paint it here because we have a stone cobbled, so we can paint it grey, and here I will paint it a little bit more realistic brown for the wood, and it will look fantastic. Look how beautiful it looks. Just 50p each, and there are many options, there are many different colors. For example, for your king, for your commander, there's a different color that you can use. I haven't purchased this yet. And there are some wooden boxes and basically material that you can put around. And how beautiful they are and how realistic they look, and very, very simple. You don't have to go for this really, really expensive stuff. Also, for example, you can cut pieces from your mat, from your doormat, and create this kind of hedgerows, or bits and pieces of material that can be left and right. You can see many of these on my battlefield. So this is something that impressed me a lot. I like it a lot. Now, another thing I want to show you is this. This is something I purchased a long time ago. It's from Hallmark, 15mm, and this is a Trebuchet. I'm going to use it for the third battle of my campaign. I apologize for delaying the second battle, but I don't have a table yet. I will sort it out soon. So this is will be the objective of the third battle of the campaign for Jean de Fenival and William de Rouen. I hope you watched the first battle. I think you're enjoying it from what I see. So this is a trebuchet where I will paint it, I will glue it, and I will show it to you. This is from Hallmark. I don't know, I don't remember where I got it or how long time I got it, but yeah, I remember because I have another one back home. It looks really good. I had also siege towers and siege engines. So this is the one I'm going to create and show it to you. So finally, a look from a wargamer's perspective. It's really nice and realistic. It gives, you know, beauty to the battlefield without being, okay, obviously the terrain, the river, and the bridge, the buildings are purchased, but, you know, here and there, bits and pieces, the paper tents, the palisade that I found from you know, old soldiers, the mats with glued stone on it. I mean the grass, plastic grass mat. It's all together, as you can see from a wargamer's perspective, and a little bit here. I think it looks really good. It doesn't really bother me at all, and I think makes the battle. This would be a great battlefield. It would be a great little battle to show you, I mean, how some skirmish rule works, or even a bigger battle rules work. You know, you have the river. So I think terrain in general that many of us have been neglecting, and me first, it really plays a very important role in really making your battles look beautiful. And if you have a YouTube channel, but this doesn't has to do with the YouTube channel, it has to do with your enjoyment. And it's something I haven't focused recently, but I think now with these little bits and pieces, my terrain, my battles look better, and hopefully in the next one you will enjoy them even more. Also, something I forgot to show you is this is like a gold that I got from an RPG site, and it's very nice to use it as an objective, the gold of the Manx, for example, to be protected. So that's quite interesting. So this from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this terrain presentation. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.